Look at this. Google just built a team of AI teams that can train themselves, and it's terrifyingly effective. OpenAI responded with a monster model that's already outsmarting Gemini and Claude on PhD-level exams. Sam Altman claims we've officially crossed into superintelligence. Meanwhile, Mark Zuckerberg is launching a secretive new lab and quietly recruiting the most dangerous minds in AI. Most people think we're years away from real superintelligence, that we'll have time to adapt, prepare, regulate. But what if we've already passed the point of no return? In this video, we're breaking down what Google, OpenAI, and Meta are really doing behind the scenes, and why it signals a shift not just in tech, but in control over the future of human intelligence itself. You'll learn about Google's self-optimizing AI frameworks, OpenAI's latest model that's breaking benchmarks, and Meta's billion-dollar power play to dominate the AI arms race. All backed by leaked reports, public statements, and first-hand interviews. And as Sam Altman puts it, we've already passed the event horizon of superintelligence. That's not science fiction. That's the CEO of OpenAI. Let's dive in. Google's mass framework, AI that trains itself. If you blinked, you might have missed it, but Google quietly launched what could be the most important step toward AI superintelligence yet. It's called the MASS framework. And no, it's not just another model, it's something far more disruptive. MASS doesn't just train an AI to solve a task, it builds teams of AI agents, individual models assigned specific roles like code generation, fact-checking, or reasoning, and then wires them together into a functioning system. But here's where it gets wild. MASS doesn't wait for humans to fine-tune these agents. It figures out on its own how to optimize the entire team for maximum performance. Think of it like managing a group of geniuses. Normally, you'd have to assign each person a task, give them step-by-step instructions, and monitor their work constantly. But MASS takes over that role entirely. It decides which genius should do what, how they should communicate, and even rewrites their instructions to get the best outcome. Like this video? Then hit like and subscribe to help us with the algorithm and show the video to even more people. The framework works in 3 brutal efficiency steps. It fine-tunes each agent with better prompts, making them smarter at what they do individually. Then it tests different ways to link them, experimenting with workflows, handoffs, and team dynamics. Finally, it goes back and refines the entire system, so they don't just work well alone, they work better together. The results? In benchmark tests like hotpot QA and math problem solving, mass-optimized systems beat traditional AI setups by large margins. In one test, it achieved 84% accuracy on complex math, just by improving the prompts. In another, a smart layout gave a 3% boost, while a bad layout actually dropped accuracy by 15%. That's the scary part. More isn't always better. MASS doesn't just add more agents. It selects the right roles, writes better instructions, and connects them in the most effective way, without human micromanagement. And it's modular. Want to swap in new models, adjust roles, apply this to different domains like debugging code or pulling facts from research papers? MASS can handle that. It's not just building smarter AI, it's building autonomous AI teams that improve themselves with every run. But while Google's assembling self-training AI super teams, OpenAI's playing a very different game. They're unleashing a new model so powerful, it's already beating human experts. OpenAI's O3 Pro, the monster model that changes everything. OpenAI just rolled out its most advanced model yet, GPT-4o3 Pro, or simply O3 Pro. It's a significant leap from the earlier O3 reasoning model, and early tests suggest it outperforms nearly every existing large language model across the board. How much better? According to OpenAI's internal tests, 3 Pro now dominates in clarity, instruction following, reasoning, and output quality. It doesn't just write faster or sound smarter, it thinks better. It can analyze uploaded files, reason over visuals, search the web, execute code, and yes, it even has persistent memory to remember past conversations. It crushed benchmarks on the AIM EA 2024, a test designed to measure high-level mathematical reasoning. On the GPQA Diamond, a PhD-level science benchmark, it outscored Anthropic's Claude Opus and Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro. As one internal review put it, Zero 3 Pro doesn't just mimic intelligence anymore. It generates insights that rival expert-level thinking. But it's not perfect. Temporary chats have been disabled while bugs get patched. It can't generate images, and it's not yet integrated with Canvas, OpenAI's visual collaboration platform. And performance-wise, it's a little slower than the One Pro. Still, the power of this model lies in its depth. This isn't just a text bot. It's a general intelligence system in disguise. In a recent blog post, Sam Altman wrote,
"We've already passed the event horizon of superintelligence, not the chaotic sci-fi version, but what I call a gentle singularity, a steady, manageable climb toward digital superintelligence." Sam Altman, CEO, OpenAI blog, May 2025.
And that gentle singularity has already drawn in hundreds of millions. As of May 2025, ChatGPT has 800 million weekly active users. That's more than TikTok, more than LinkedIn, and rapidly closing in on YouTube-level dominance. Altman believes the impact of AI is about to hit an exponential curve. By 2026, he expects AI to start generating new scientific insights on its own. And by 2027, he predicts real-world robots capable of independent task completion. But that future isn't guaranteed to be stable. Because if AI systems misbehave, even slightly, their mistakes will scale across billions.
Even small misalignments in AI behavior, scaled to billions of users, could become existential risks. Sam Altman, OpenAI blog.
And with governments still struggling to keep up, the power vacuum around AI is getting more dangerous by the day. That's why Meta is now making its boldest move yet. Meta's secret superintelligence lab. Mark Zuckerberg isn't trying to catch up anymore, he's trying to leap ahead. And to do that, he's launching a secretive new lab focused entirely on one goal: superintelligence. Not just AGI, Meta wants the next level. The centerpiece? A man named Alexander Wang, the 28-year-old founder of Scale AI. This is the same company that built the data infrastructure for OpenAI, Microsoft, and other top labs. They provided the labeled datasets that helped train GPT models. Now, Zuckerberg wants Wang, and he's willing to pay. Meta is reportedly offering 7 to 9-figure compensation packages to AI experts from Google, OpenAI, and Anthropic. Some have already jumped ship, and the plan doesn't stop with Wang. Meta wants to absorb as much of Scale AI's talent as possible.
Meta wants to be the place where the next generation of AI breakthroughs are born. Alexander Wang, CEO, Scale AI, TechCrunch interview, April 2025.
It's a calculated move, and a necessary one. Meta's struggled with AI integration for years. Internal divisions, failed product launches, and missed acquisitions have all slowed its momentum. But Zuckerberg never gave up. Since 2022, he's been embedding AI into every Meta product. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, even smart glasses. Now, over 1 billion people are using Meta AI each month. This isn't Meta's first shot at AI dominance. Back in 2013, after losing the race to acquire DeepMind, Zuckerberg built Meta's first AI lab and hired Yann LeCun, one of the godfathers of deep learning. But LeCun's vision was always more academic. He's skeptical that we're close to AGI and believes the industry's current trajectory is flawed. Zuckerberg, on the other hand, wants breakthroughs. Fast. And he believes Alexander Wang can deliver them. But that's not the only reason Meta is moving now. Regulators are watching closely. To avoid another antitrust lawsuit, the company is quietly structuring its partnership with Scale AI to avoid direct acquisition, letting it absorb talent without triggering alarms. So why does any of this matter? Because Google has built AI teams that don't need human managers. OpenAI has released models that outthink experts. And now, Meta is assembling an elite team to win the next phase of the AI war. And what happens next could decide who controls the future. The gentle singularity, are we already living in the AI future? It sounds like something out of science fiction. AI so powerful it no longer needs to be trained in the traditional sense. Systems that improve themselves, learn from their mistakes, and even start reasoning beyond what they were designed to do. But this isn't a future vision. According to Sam Altman, it's already here. Altman has coined a term to describe where we are now, the gentle singularity. Unlike the dystopian, world-ending singularity predicted in movies, This version is subtle, quiet, creeping in while everyone's still debating whether AGI even exists. He writes, "We've already passed the event horizon of superintelligence. The change won't feel like a bang. It'll feel like a shift, and it's already happening." There's growing evidence to support that claim. OpenAI's user base has exploded. 800 million people per week now use ChatGPT for everything from college essays and coding to scientific research and marketing. That kind of reach is unprecedented. It means these models are no longer niche tools, they're infrastructure. Altman believes this widespread usage is a signal. Not just that AI is useful, but that it's becoming embedded in how society functions. And it's only accelerating. By 2026, OpenAI expects its systems to start producing new discoveries, real breakthroughs in science, not just summarizations of existing data. By 2027, Altman thinks autonomous robots capable of handling complex, real-world tasks will begin to emerge. But he also warns, this level of power comes with dangerous risk. If an AI system is even slightly misaligned with human intent, if it makes just one bad decision, it could multiply that error across millions or billions of users. That's why Altman is pushing for international cooperation and control frameworks. Not just rules, but shared values. Standards for how AI should evolve, what goals it should prioritize, and most importantly, who gets to decide. Because if we're heading toward a world governed by digital minds, the time to figure out the ground rules isn't 10 years from now. It's yesterday, and the stakes are rising fast. OpenAI's legal battles in the fight for AI control. While OpenAI's technical achievements grab headlines, their legal battles could shape the future even more. Right now, OpenAI is locked in a lawsuit with the New York Times, which is demanding that the company preserve all user data, including deleted chats. The implication? That what users type into ChatGPT, even if removed later, could be subpoenaed, analyzed, or used against them. OpenAI is pushing back hard, arguing that the request is an overreach and a direct threat to user privacy. The court's decision could set a precedent. If regulators decide that LLM interactions are permanent records, it would reshape how people use these tools and how AI companies build them. Trust could evaporate overnight, but there's a deeper issue beneath the surface. As OpenAI's models become more integrated into government, healthcare, finance, and education, who owns the data becomes a trillion-dollar question. If a model trains on your personal information, should you get a say in how it behaves? Should you be able to opt out or be compensated? Altman's recent blog post hinted at these challenges, saying,
"We need to avoid centralized control. We must align AI with humanity's long-term goals. And we need to decide what values should shape the future we're building."
The irony? OpenAI began as a non-profit dedicated to open research. Now it's a capped profit entity fighting lawsuits, delaying open source releases and guarding its models more tightly than ever. And all of this is happening while competitors like Meta and Google race forward with their own black box systems. Equally powerful, equally secretive. We're entering an era where controlling AI may become more valuable than building it. The point of no return? Why this changes everything. Let's recap. Google is deploying frameworks that make AI agents optimize themselves, with almost no human help. OpenAI's latest model is already smarter than anything else available, outperforming on PhD-level benchmarks and showing signs of reasoning beyond pre-programmed limits. Meta is rebuilding its entire company structure to chase not just AGI, but the next level of superintelligence, recruiting top talent from across the industry with near unlimited budgets. And according to Sam Altman, we're already past the tipping point. What we're witnessing isn't just the next phase of AI, it's the end of the old rules. Models don't need step-by-step guidance anymore. Companies don't need years of product testing before deploying them. Governments aren't even caught up on the last generation of AI, and a whole new one is already here. This isn't just a technology war, it's a power shift. A transfer of influence from traditional institutions to whoever can build the smartest, fastest, most autonomous machine. And once those machines start teaching each other, the game changes for good. No one knows exactly what happens next. But if Mass, 03 Pro, and Meta's next-gen lab are any sign, we're already on a path that's moving faster than any regulation, culture, or public understanding can keep up with. We've entered the final stretch before AI becomes something none of us can fully control. So, are we living in the gentle singularity? Has the race for superintelligence already crossed a line we can't walk back from? Maybe the real question isn't whether AI will take over, but whether we'll even notice when it does. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited about what's coming? Or are you a little scared? And if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Because the next wave of AI might just make everything we've talked about here feel outdated in a matter of months. So stay sharp. The future's already here. So, take a deep breath, check out the links in the description, and see you next time.